So let's have a little look at some of those solutions and how you would, when talking to a client, how you would draw out the particular benefits for the client. So let's focus on something that's obviously of interest to me, business relief, but also then Tony mentioned earlier on talking about loan trust for people who didn't want to make the situation worse. And then also let's look at a DGT, which I think, you know, brings in some of the points you were just making there about what's suitable for a client now versus what's suitable for a client when they started out.
Yeah, so from a trust point of view, really, it's back to what Tony was saying about what you're looking for. How much access do you need to your capital? If you're the sort of person who's got, or you've got clients who've got gold-plated final salary pensions and all of their expenditures covered in retirement, well, great. Therefore, all capital is surplus, and so you can gift that capital away. That's the simplest solution: is start early, do the simple things, just give the money away. If you've then got any issues with clients concerned about retaining control, then you can go into some of the trust planning. So we've said it's surplus income trusts, gifting the nil rate band away into a discretionary trust, all the really flexible solutions where you can unwind it if circumstances change. You can do something about it at a later date. Once you've gone beyond those, then you start to get into the other things that are possible. So if someone needs the income, you've got discounted gift trusts. If you want to cap, you can look at loan trusts. So there's such a range of trusts available, particularly for people in early retirement, because it's really the early retirees who are probably, well, they've got the time to live. So multiple periods of 7 years are only going to be possible the earlier you start planning with clients. But also, they're the ones that are less certain about the future because they've got, hopefully, so much longer to live. So you need to be a bit more flexible. Obviously, when it comes to business relief, that's the sort of thing, it varies firm to firm and client to client, but it's the kind of thing we tend to use later in retirement. So it's something that evolves throughout a client's life for people who perhaps haven't got the 7 years, or they've implemented everything else they can. If they've got shortened life expectancy below that, business relief starts to come into its own at that point. And not forgetting, of course, life insurance, which Tony touched on.